everyone! So today I'm going to be doing a Q&A, specifically an international student Q&A, where I'll be answering questions that I get commonly asked, as well as telling you guys what I wish I knew before coming to the UK to study as an international student. So let's get started. So I've got my laptop here with a bunch of questions, and I haven't really planned these answers, so it's gonna be like really honest answers. The first few questions are just gonna be like really kind of basic, practical kind of questions, and then I'll go into more detail towards the end. So I have been studying in the UK for 3 years, and I'm going into my final year. So I did a foundation and year 1, year 2, and now I'm going into year 3. The first question is, what was your biggest culture shock when coming to the UK? For me, I was like really pleasantly surprised that everyone is just so friendly. Like I could just immediately tell the difference. General attitude and demeanor in people in the UK compared to most other countries. Most people in the UK were just so much nicer, friendly, and supportive than I have seen in other countries. So yeah, that's what I really like about people in the UK. And most people are like really, really polite, like overly polite. And I really like that as well. It's seen as embarrassing to not be polite or to not be friendly. So yeah, that's a really good thing about like, I think UK culture. So how did you find adjusting to the UK academic system compared to your home country? For me, I've always been to a British school like my whole life, so I can say that I was already kind of used to UK academic system. What I've observed is that in the UK, the academic system in uni is like very independent compared to other countries, because we don't have like lessons or scheduled teaching every day. Like I know a lot of countries in uni, they have to go to classes like every day, but in the UK, most work is like independent. On average, the scheduled teaching is around 2 to 3 times a week, and other than that, everything is like your own independent work, like doing your reading lists, doing research, and yeah, you really get to manage your own time. At least for most people, the UK academic system in uni gives you a lot of like spare time. How did you deal with the weather and its impact on your mood or daily life? So the weather is extremely different to where I grew up. In London, it rains like every other day, and during winter, it is so freezing. I would say like the rain and everything is inconvenient, like especially because the weather is so bipolar. You don't know if it's gonna rain that day because it's like sunny, so then you don't bring an umbrella, and then it starts raining, and then you have to get soaked and everything is wet. Nothing like dramatically life-changing about the weather. Like, okay, it's raining, wow, it's so inconvenient, but like I wouldn't say that it really impacts my life more than it being an inconvenience. How do you choose a mobile plan? Okay, so 100% choose Voxy. Like I don't know why more people don't know about this. The plans are like insane. You can get like 60 gigabytes for £15 a month, and it's also unlimited social media. So like every month I only use like 1 gigabyte out of like 60 gigabytes because social media doesn't count. Unlimited social media, unlimited calls, and unlimited messages, and a lot of data for just like 10 to £15 a month. The plans are really good value for money. Experience setting up a bank account. So I have a UK HSBC student bank account, which honestly I do not recommend because it took me like 6 months to set up. I remember I was doing it like online, trying to fill out the forms and create the account online, but I can't remember why, but I got stuck. I just couldn't complete the form. And honestly, I think it's my problem that I kept procrastinating, but eventually I just went into the store or the branch, the building, whatever. HSBC, they ask for a lot of information, and they make it really like impossible to make a bank account without going into the branch. Also, I feel like The HSBC UK student bank accounts get hacked like kind of easily, or at least there's been like attempted hacking multiple times for me. So I had to get a new card multiple times, and then every time they sent a new card, it would take like a month to come. How do you navigate public transport in the UK? The obvious answer would be Google Maps, but I also recommend this app called Move It, which shows you like different routes and like the prices for each route. I would say get a student Oyster card or a normal Oyster card, because an Oyster card has a daily £10 cap, so you can't use more than £10 a day. Have unlimited public transport for one day for maximum £10. If you use train a lot, I would say look into the 16 to 25 rail card, which gives you discounts on certain times. Was doing a foundation year helpful? So for me, it was not really an option because I study fine art, and in an art degree, doing a foundation is compulsory. So I did a foundation in Goldsmiths, and I would say rather than giving international students a head start, I would say the foundation year kind of evens out the playing field, because when you first move to a new country, it is kind of really overwhelming and there's so much to do. You need time to settle and set everything up, and like there's a long list of things to do. And on top of that, if you were to have to be stressed about academics and work and grades, I think that would be asking for a lot. So during foundation year, like the grades don't really matter. You either just pass or fail. The grades aren't important, and academically, foundation year was very easy for me. It just gave me a chance to settle and get used to the country before like fully committing. But don't worry if you're not going to do foundation year, because first year, like year one, is still very, very easy. Grades you get in year one only accounts for like 5% of your final grade. Either way, your first year in uni should not be so academically demanding. Don't be so stressed about grades. Like it really shouldn't be academically stressful in first year. What was your experience with making friends and building a social circle? So as I've said before, I felt very welcome from the start. The moment I stepped foot into Goldsmiths, I could just feel everyone's friendly energy. I was surprised because people were willing to help me even when they didn't know me. I'm so thankful and glad, because I don't know what I would have done if I didn't have all the support. I would also say get involved in everything. Sign up for societies, clubs, say yes to everything. Go to the student union, go to events, and just give yourself a chance to meet more people. How do you deal with homesickness? I don't really get homesick anymore because it has been quite a long time, but when I first moved, I definitely did get homesick. I would say keep yourself busy. Get involved in everything. Sign up to do everything. Be part of societies, because being involved and surrounded by different groups of people, different communities, will make you feel like you're not alone. It's important to stay busy so that you don't have time to feel homesick. I remember I signed up to be in a sports team. I signed up to be a student ambassador. I was also student rep in foundation year. Being a part of different communities makes you feel less alone when you're surrounded by all these people who are just so supportive. A good place to meet friends is like the student union bar. What is something you wish you knew before coming to the UK to study? So what I wish I knew is that like it's okay to be upset. Even though it's such a great opportunity and everyone says, oh, you should be enjoying it, you should be having so much fun, these are the best years of your life, you should be thankful, you should just be really enjoying yourself. And honestly, when I first moved to London, I could not have been further away from this belief that like you should always be enjoying it 24/7. Like the first term, like the first 2 months or so when I first arrived, I absolutely did not like it. Like I struggled so much like getting used to it. I complained about so many things, and every time I had a tiny inconvenience, I would like text an entire paragraph to my parents ranting about the inconveniences. I had no ability to deal with problems myself, which is kind of funny because I really overreacted to everything. Going from living at home and not having much independence to moving to a new country, doing things independently for the first time, and it can feel like you literally don't know anything. Like, I felt so stupid. I felt like I didn't know anything when I first moved, and I hated feeling stupid. So it's asking a lot for many people. It is completely normal to not immediately settle in or break in. Something that helped me at that stage was just talking to people, talking to like fellow international students who felt the same way. And then you realize, oh, okay, I'm not crazy. I'm not alone. I'm not the only person who feels this way. At least I thought there was this extreme pressure to be enjoying it. I don't know if this is just an experience for me, but it felt like everyone from my high school was like showing off about how much fun they were having. Like on social media and stuff, people make it look like they're having so much fun since the moment they get to uni. And that's not the case for a lot of people. So yeah, just I gave myself a chance to get used to it and enjoy it. Don't be put off if you don't immediately like it. So one thing I really don't regret is getting involved in many things. Get involved in a lot of different things in your uni, because if you only do your course, then for me, I feel like that'd be really boring. So I would say sign up for other things in your uni, and you never know, it can make such a huge difference to your uni life. It can make your university experience so much more fun and meaningful if you decide to get involved in things that are outside your course. I also want to say, like, it's so important to romanticize your life. Just like romanticize everything you do. When I was making uni vlogs, I was trying to make my life look really like fun. It just kind of reinforced the romanticizing of uni life for me by making vlogs. Like, making vlogs gave me like a sense of control. For some reason, making these vlogs and kind of manipulating how my vlogs look, how my days look, just gave me a much bigger sense of control and enjoyment in university. Have you ever faced racism or discrimination in the UK? A place like London is like super international. Everyone is from everywhere and everyone is really different. So it's really rare to face discrimination or racism in such an international place with so many different people. Like, I don't remember it because it doesn't really mean anything to me. I think racism is so stupid because it's attacking an entire race of people. Like, it's basically like attacking an entire ethnicity of people. So, you know, when someone's like racist to you, it's never personal. It's not personal. They're not only attacking you. Obviously, like, it's ignorance. I don't think it's something you should really care about because it's ignorance. And to be real, no one with common sense is like racist or discriminating in this day and age. Like in 2024, you should just like ignore them because I don't know what world they live in. With discrimination, racism, sexism, bias, whatever, anything you face, like, don't take it personally. I have many instances that aren't like discrimination or racism, but people would be kind of rude to me, telling me to get out of their way, or they'd like push me, or they'll say like, don't stand in the middle of the street when I'm like waiting at a bus stop. Clearly, I've obviously had many experiences with rude people. It doesn't say anything about you as a person. I would say like, don't take it personally. You can't control how other people act towards you. You cannot control other people's behaviors. How they act towards you is really just a reflection of their own character and their own shortcomings. It's not your problem, and it's unfortunate for them, but it's not your responsibility to like teach them a lesson or argue back. Don't waste your energy like arguing with people when you know you cannot even change their behaviors. What challenges did you face with language and communication, even if you are fluent in English? So talking for myself, I cannot say that I faced any challenges in communication or English, since English is my first language. However, I do have friends who kind of struggled with English at first, but they did pick up on English really, really fast. Since they're speaking it all the time, it's really easy to improve and pick up on the language if you're speaking it like all the time, like you are at uni. In terms of like communication, there's so many international students. Even if you feel like you can't communicate in English as well, you'll definitely find a lot of other international students from the same place where you're from. You always have a community of international students who are all in it together. You will pick up on the language, so don't worry about that. And like, no one will judge you because like everyone is learning and people aren't judgmental in university. So what's the best piece of advice that you could give to incoming students? My best piece of advice is to just enjoy it. It's as simple as that. Just enjoy the whole experience. Don't take it so seriously. Like, nothing is that deep. And I'm sorry, I just have to say this, but it's just school. Like, don't be so insanely stressed. Like, don't stress and like enjoy it. Just try to think of it as like a good opportunity. Looking back, I kind of wish I enjoyed the process a bit more. I just wish that I let go of myself a little bit more and allow myself to enjoy it rather than worrying about everything. The best piece of advice I'd say is it's not that deep, and also like enjoy the process. And yeah. Alright, so I'm wrapping up this video now. I hope there's something you got from this video. I hope you can take something away, something that you learned, something you didn't know. And if you enjoyed this video, then make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel to get notified of when I post next, and leave a comment for what you want to see in the next video. I will see you in my next video. Bye!